Today I'm making Tuscan style salmon and orzo. It's quick, creamy, and all cooked in one pan. Golden seared salmon served over a creamy sun-dried tomato orzo with spinach, garlic, and a splash of white wine and Parmesan. It's rich, comforting, and packed with flavour. This is our first one-pan recipe of the week, and it is an absolute belter. It is light and comforting all at the same time. So let's get started. I've got here a pan on a medium heat, and in there I've just got some olive oil, and to that I just want to add chuck in a couple of little knobs of butter and let that melt down. We can move on to our salmon. I've got some lovely little Diddy salmon fillets here. They've got the skin on. We like the skin in our household. I'm going to try and get them nice and crispy in the pan to start off with, but if you don't like the skin, just take it off, no problem at all. And we just want to season this salmon up with a little mix of dried oregano, smoked paprika, garlic granules, salt and pepper. I only want to season the actual flesh side of this. You don't want to season the skin side. It doesn't need any seasoning at all because we're going to try and crisp that up and it will burn. And that's it. And you want to place these skin side down into your pan. You want to get some nice even cooking on that skin. And we're going to let those cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or until that skin has started to crisp up. Then you just want to carefully flip them over onto the flesh side and cook them for about another minute. They don't need to be cooking too long on this side. Lovely, look at that, lovely crispy skin. Then want to remove those and place them onto a warm plate. That's it. Get them all out. So obviously they're not cooked through fully yet. They're going to finish their cooking when we add them back in at the end. Into that same pan, if you need a little bit more oil at this stage, add a little bit more in. But I don't, mine's fine. I'm going in with 1 diced white onion. And just gently soften that onion down. That'll do us, that's had a couple of minutes now. In with 2 cloves of garlic, which have been sliced. I've got 8 finely diced, or just diced actually, sun-dried tomatoes. Stir those in. A tablespoon of tomato puree. Cook the rawness out of that. Then in with your orzo. I work on 60 grams per person. You want to stir that through, get it all nicely coated in all of those goodies in that pan. And then some more of our seasoning mix, the seasoning mix that we coated our salmon with. A little bit more of that. Again, stir it all through. In with some white wine, about 100 to 150 millilitres. If you're like me, I'm always heavy-handed with the old white wine. Stir that through, evaporate off any of that alcohol. Next in, we're going in with some vegetable stock. If you want to sub that, you could sub it with chicken stock, no problem at all. Again, stir that through. We're probably going to have to top this up a few times, but I want to cook it initially for 6 minutes before we add in some of our other ingredients. Okay, we're actually at the 4-minute mark, and this needs some more stock, so I'm just going to add in a little bit more. It's a bit like a risotto almost, this orzo. Just keep feeding it when you're cooking it in this way. We are going to want this al dente. We definitely want this to have a bite, but this has still got another couple of minutes until we add in the rest of our ingredients. Okay, we're at the 6-minute mark. In with spinach. Get as much in there as you possibly can fit into that pan. As we know, that is going to wilt down into pretty much nothing. Pick up any excess that you spill, like me. Oh, and another one there. And I've still lost it. Where's it gone? There we are. And just push that down and let it wilt down naturally into that pan. Okay, next in with some chopped basil. Love a bit of the old basil. And then Parmesan cheese. As much or as little as you want, depending on what your tastes are. And then double cream, just to enrich it that little bit more. Stir that all through. And then we want to go back in with our salmon for those final minutes of cooking, and you want this skin side down, so just lay that on the top. That orzo should do the work for you. It should keep this salmon nicely propped up. Just flipping them back over here. And our last piece, and any pan juices, of course, back into the pan. 2 minutes, let that salmon finish cooking, and we'll be ready to give it a try and see how we've done. I'm just going to give it a final little check for seasoning and make sure that that orzo is nicely cooked. Perfect, still got a little bite to it. So let's turn that off, finish it off with a little bit more of our chopped basil over the top, just for decorative purposes. And that is us done. So let's cut into it and let's see how we've done. Let's take a nice bit off that thick end. Oh, look at that. Some of that lovely orzo as well. Let's give it a go. Give it a little blow. It rhymes. That, as I said at the start, is light, but very, very comforting. It's put its arms around me and given me a lovely little hug. All of those flavours just work perfectly together. I love the addition of the sun-dried tomatoes, the seasoning on that fish, and then again in with the orzo just lifts the whole thing. A little hint of garlic, a little bit of smoked paprika. That is wonderful. A really, really great dish and really easy to pull together and quick, as you saw. And if you're not a big salmon fan, switch the fish out. It works really well with monkfish, works well with cod, haddock, whatever fish you like, even king prawns. And the great thing about this is if you don't finish it all, which you probably will, but if you don't, it keeps perfectly well for up to 2 days in the fridge. And what I tend to do is take those salmon fillets and then just flake them up through the orzo and heat it back up. It is a great leftovers dish. Guys, that's it from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. And if you're new to the channel and you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share, comment, and hype. If you've got a hype button and you think it's worthy of a hype, I really would appreciate it. And it really does help the channel. What would you do differently? Would you use salmon? Would you use another fish? Or what other additions would you put into this? Some olives or artichoke hearts, whatever it may be. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, our second one-pan dish will be coming this Friday, and that's going to be a lovely cocker Riesling, so one not to miss. I'll put all of the details of today's one-pan salmon and orzo down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.